set. All right, I guess I can start by collecting this scrap. I'm gonna make it through that pile there. So much random stuff. Oh my goodness. I work right to left, top to bottom. All right. Walnut, I think. What's up there? Oh boy, what is that? Oh my. Oh my. What is this? I don't even know. I have no idea what that is. Whatever it is, it's funky. I think it's pecan. Okay. Well, add that. Maybe the other direction. Ugh. I need another container. Another container for the small pieces. It's a walnut. Let's put some shit away first. Make some room to work. Hello, hello. I see there's some people here. Go ahead and say hello. Let me know who's here. It's going to take a little bit of setup for my first Scrapturday because I've got stuff everywhere. So I kind of need to organize just a little bit. Trying to work through all this mess up here at the moment and pull out the scrap pieces. See what I have because I have no idea. That's pine. But I've got all kinds of little bits of various hardwoods and just a little bit of everything. So we're gonna kind of take stock of what's here and then figure out what to make. Ow! God dang it! And then we'll make something. Okay, I had people. I no longer have people. Let's see. Take this down. Need a better place for that. Maybe over there. Should probably a smart place for it. For the moment, that'll go there. All right. What the hell is that? Oh, that's a big old chunk of cedar. That's what that is. Ooh, that's a nice chunk of cedar. Ooh, that'd be good for resin. Do something with some resin. What's this? A playing down piece a cedar as well, I believe. Oh, at least it's nice and flat. Oh, I bet. Oh, shit, I got stuff everywhere. That on the mail. I need a better home for this tool, as well as this tool. For now, we'll chuck it underneath here until I can find a better home for it. Just don't have a good spot. Oh, what else do we have? Oh, more cedar. More cedar. And this, I believe, is some kind of gum. I'm not sure what species of wood that is. I got more of that out in the shed. Let's see. This is walnut, I believe. No, this is cedar. I got a lot of cedar. I'm gonna flip that one over. It'll fit better. Let's see. Oh, some little pine piece. Oh, here we go. Some hardwood scrap up here. And softwood. Ooh, some purple heart. Some purple heart. Just regular pine scrap. Some more. Oh, I could have used that for something earlier this week. Ooh, man. What are these? Why do I have them? Oh, these are legs, I think. Yeah, these are legs, table legs that my wife bought. That I am probably not going to use. Definitely not today. Oh, my little carvings. That's what Chief said. More cedar. I've got so much cedar. Let's see here. Oh, I need to actually do this project. I'll do that later on today. Set that aside so I remember it's there. Oof. Oof. So much sawdust. Oh, hey, I've been looking for that. Found it. What else is up there? Oh, more cedar. Oh, there's another one. I just want some straight edges there. Now, do I have the connector piece for them? That's the question. More cedar. Holy crap. I have no idea what. Oh, this is a barn board. That's what this is. That's oak. This is also a barn board. Oh, there's some cedar. I believe that's white oak? No. Maybe pine? No idea. We can make some cool stuff today. We can make some cool stuff. There's some cedar. All right, here we go. Actual scrap. Yeah. All these scrap boards in random spots. Black walnut. Black walnut. Maple. Black walnut. Pellet gun. Doesn't need to be up there. I gotta find a home for that. That's better. That's gonna have to get cleaned. Pellet rifle. It's been a while since I messed with that. So who do I got here? Who's live? Who's watching? Who's going to help me out today? Help me make something. Right back. Hold on just a second. Yeah.
Non, vous ne pouvez pas rester ici. Maintenant, allez-vous-en.
All right. Boom. Checking on another project on the computer. Hold on just a moment. Where was I on that project? One moment, please. Just trying to get part of this project done. If anybody's interested, I'll show some updates to my project with a laser. Some things I've learned with light burn that may help someone out in the future. Okay. So, single that. Oops. And who's next? Okay. Do that in a minute. All right, back to it. back to figuring out what we got. All right. Let's go with the other one. Need to paint those and install them. So a few of those left. Oh, I can actually see the top up there. Holy crap, that's a long ass board right there. So is that too. That's why I had those up there. All right, take that down. Take that crap down. Oh, there's a piece right there, a long piece of maple. This right here, I can throw in the shed. Put that in the shed box. This little tripod doodad. Get that back to my wife. I don't need it anymore. Sure, she's wondering where that went. All right. Oh, that's pine. Over here, that's pine. Some more. Oh. There's black walnut. And some maple. Ooh. These are some either long ass pieces or something's really stuck. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on. What is going on there? Why is it all jacked? Okay. Maple. Some black walnut. All right. Oh, there's some more little pieces. Another BB gun. Some more walnut. Some maple. Oh, some more walnut. Okay. All right, about ready to get actually making something. If I have anybody that wants to join along on this Scrapturday. Most of those are boards. I'll fix that a little bit later. Oh, I got some more over here. What do we got? Some more maple, some more. Ooh, sapele. I actually wrote it down on that piece. That's from a cutting board I did a while back. Some more purple heart. All right. Grain going the wrong way. Don't know if I like that. It's not too useful. That's cupped like crazy. Right back. I'm just copying over the thing to my page and a couple other pages real quick. All right, let's get back to it. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Finally have someone say who's here. Good. Someone who's here. Welcome on this fine Saturday. I've started collecting the bits of scrap just to kind of take stock of what I have. And what I have that was all up there is this pile right here. So a little bit of everything in here. I've got pine, I've got cedar, I've got maple, I've got sapele, purple heart, pecan, maple, black walnut, cedar. I got a little bit of everything. So we're gonna make something. Let's see what we can make. So with that, we've got little pieces. I mean, little thin, like the purple heart, real small. That was intended to be, just accent pieces in the cutting board. Got 3 of those that I had cut down. I've got real thin strips of walnut and maple. Again, accent pieces. And then I've got closer to 1x1s and 1x2s of a little bit of everything. And I got this piece right here. I think I'm going to turn this into another set of resin candle holders. Maybe slightly larger ones. But it's got that nice channel right there. Actually, I think I pulled that out on another live. It'll be a real pain in the ass to shore that up so the resin doesn't go everywhere. But actually, if I can pull this out, I wonder if that'll come out. How attached is that? How attached are you to yourself? But if I can actually rip that in half, I can then square it off, shore it up, do a resin fill, and make something cool out of that. Don't think that's a today project, though. That might be for another day. So I don't think that's the right piece of scrap to mess with today. But I got lots here, so need some ideas. I mean, I can do a phone holder. I could do some a different type of candle holder, little stand ones. I forget who it was that had a video about that recently. Maybe Bearded Viking, but coasters are always an easy project. I don't know, something different even. That's just gotten all over that. Got to get those out to the winter. Shoot, I was just at Dollar General too. I meant to get some candles and I forgot. Let me put those off to the side before they get just absolutely covered in sawdust. And then I've got, I got pieces of dowel scrap. I've got all kinds of random stuff. So let's come up with an idea or two. Wall shelf. Ooh, wall shelf. Ooh. That's actually not a bad idea. Because I got all these big pieces, plus I've got, like this here is a piece of cedar, live edge cedar that I could straighten out, turn that into a shelf. Or even this piece of walnut right here, that's got a live edge on it. I like that. And then use a contrasting piece maybe to create the brackets for it. Not a bad idea. Hey, Mike, what it do? How you doing, brother? Old Path, welcome. Use dowels for coat hangers under shelf. Man, you are full of great ideas. I like that, Kevin. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're making a shelf. Brain reset complete. All right, that's good. That's good. All right, we're going to make a shelf out of some scrap. So I think I want to use this cedar piece. I think this piece of walnut is kind of nasty. Let's take a look at it. Oh, no, this is cedar as well. It's really, really, like it's the the really soft, what is that, the sapwood. It's like I would have to grind that down. I could do that. Like, it's not bad. Let's see here. Let me clear off the table saw because I'm going to need that space. And then work from there. Use up some of this scrap. And hey, if we get that done, maybe we'll do something else. So I don't know how long we'll be here today. Until the wife tells me no or get bored or whatever. Let me move this out of the way. Just had a laundry basket that my wife wanted to throw away because the kids have broken the handles on it. I said, nope, I can use that. I know the perfect use for that. That's going to be my scrap bin. This is my painting piece. I gotta save that. Actually, I got to paint some coasters. This I need to separate. God, good luck. I need to glue those up today. Let's see here. Put the sander away. Just some quick cleanup, and then get started on making something. Actually, I've been meaning to make a shelf for my classroom, so this might actually work out pretty well. 2 live edge shelves I could run one on top of the other. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. It's not a... Okay. See, I love this. I love the collaborative ideas here. And make something happen. I'm gonna make a permanent home for this at some point. Yeah, today is not that day. Tomorrow's not looking good either, as they say. Oh, I have other. Ooh. Good. I think I've got brackets. I'm gonna put this over here for now. I've got these cutoffs. Excuse me. From doing the table. Put those away in a minute. I'm gonna need that. I don't know why I just put that there. I'm out of space. It is nice to shut off for a minute. I wish I knew what that was like, though. I've been working on that with my therapist. Meditation, that's what I'm starting to do. I'm starting to get back into anyway. Toss that in there for now. It's not the right spot for it, but it'll work. I gotta find the right spot for it. All right. Okay. Yeah, these chunks right here of cedar, these cutoffs, I might be able to utilize in making some kind of bracket. So that gets saved for the moment. Let's see here. I'm gonna throw that stuff just needs to get thrown away. That's a chuck that down there for now. Tool. These can get chucked. I made little guys on the laser last year. It's kind of cool. Didn't sell though. And they've been collecting sawdust, so they're going away. Among some other pieces. You know, sometimes you come up with an idea, it works. Sometimes you come up with an idea and it doesn't. It's all part of the process, I guess. All right, put this Craig jig away. By the way, if you have one of the little Craig jigs, it really helps to remember to set it to the right settings on the actual jig itself, not just the bit. I made that silly mistake last week. And well, Thankfully, I didn't have to waste any wood. Came close though. What the heck? Why is that not staying in there? Extend it out just a little bit. Been a while since I messed with this. Okay, there we go. That's in there. All right, put that away. Nail gun, put that away. I anticipate needing that right now. Oh, actually, the crate can go in here. I think. Yeah. Okay, sweet. We'll need that. That's all part of that other table. I'll just chuck those down on the floor for now. Let's see here. Trash. Oops, there's my hardware I need to save. Put that on the shelf before I forget where it goes or where I put it. I know I'll look up here for it at some point. There we go. Sweet. Tape 2. All right. We're almost there. We're almost ready to get started. Chuck key. Why I have that there. All this. This is all my laser material. Got this next town over for a really good price. It works out to be less than, just a hair less than $2 a sheet after it's cut down, which is incredible. Normally you pay anywhere from $5 to $8 for 1/8-inch birch plywood. That's good on a laser. So if you have a laser, see if you can find a local place. Save yourself some money. But I buy it in a 5-foot by 5-foot sheet that they rip down for me a little bit, and I take it home and finish ripping. If I had a pickup truck, I'd just do it all myself. But I don't have a pickup truck. One of these days I might. Trash. Put these tools up. That up. That up. Oh, shit. All right. I'm going to hit it with the... This crap is over here. Car wash, yeah. All right. Now I'm ready. All right. Clear some space. Need a pencil. Don't need a dowel. Don't need that. Oh, there's my freaking... Let me put this away before I forget where it goes again. My digital mic. Micrometer. All right, so... 5-watt won't cut really much of anything, Mike. Even a 10-watt you'll have some trouble with. But once you get up above a 10-watt, as far as the head, at that point, it's almost worth investing in a used CO2. Like one of the older Omtech blues. You can find those on Facebook Marketplace for usually about $300 or $400. It might need a laser tube, but they're not that expensive. And a lot more functionality with that over a diode. But with a 10-watt, you can do it. It's just, it takes a lot of passes. It really burns the shit out of the edges. It's not a clean cut. It's not a nice looking cut. But it can be done. I mean, just about anything's possible. Yeah, a 5-watt, that's for engraving. That's what that's for. Definitely not for cutting. All right, so I am going to use this piece right here. Oh, let me pull it out. All right. We've got this nice live edge piece. Don't even remember where I got it from. Actually, I do remember where I got it from. That was a thank you from someone I did some work with on my CNC. That's what that was. All right. So if we cut this in half, make 2 shelves. This bad boy right here. Let's see what we're working with. Tape measure right there. I'm gonna put all this crap away. That away. Let's go with this drawer. Drawer for sure. Oh shit! What happened there? Ah! I found that stuff. I forget who I was talking to about doing infills with resin. I just found my resin powder. That's cool. I'll just put those there for now. All right. Tape measure. That's what I was looking for. All right. I think we got about 4 feet here. 51 inches. So if I cut that in half, do 25 inches. That's a good size shelf. I said make a double shelf. So one on top of the other. One on top of the other. Let's see. Rip that shelf and have 2 live edge shelves. I could run one on top of the other. So did you mean to rip that long ways? Is that what you meant? Or cut it in half? Like really thin, like really narrow shelves? Because it's only about 6 or 7 inches wide. 6, 7, 8 inches wide, roughly. I mean, I could do that. I could cut it right down the center there and just have narrow shelves. Hey, Darren, welcome. I don't think I've seen your name before. Thanks for stopping by. Man, it's hot today. That storm is getting ready to come in, and yeah. So yeah, I could do some narrow shelf. Ooh, I could do. So if I did it long ways, cut that, then yeah, they'd be narrow shelves, but stacked that wouldn't look too bad. Let's see here. What did I just put? I just had those things. Where did I put them? Oh my God. Oh, they're there. The same table saw. So that fence, yeah, it's nice, except I cannot get it to be perfectly square to the blade. That's the only problem with it. I'm going to make an adjustment to it. I'm going to figure that out. All right, let's go. Let's split the difference there. Split the difference in a couple places. That's how we'll center this thing. So that is, call that 9.5 inches, so 4 3/4. There. Is that the best way to do that? Probably not. It doesn't matter. Do it down here as well. So we'll call that 7, so that's 3.5 inches. All right. Actually, I'm going to get. This doesn't quite reach full length, does it? Oh, yeah, it does. Okay, cool. So if I draw a line there. That gives me, I don't know if you can see that, 2 live edge shelves that are fairly narrow, maybe bathroom shelves. You don't need a whole lot of depth on a bathroom shelf. Had to shift your blade. How did you do that? I gotcha. I've never messed actually with adjusting the blade. Maybe that's my problem. Let's put that. Actually, this is gonna go back up here because that's where it lives. It's supposed to live. Let's check to see if the fence is square to the miter slots, and then whether the blade is. Move that shellac. Move that. Oh, that crap. I need to make some adjustments to the fence rails. Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't install them perfectly. Yeah, this is off. This is off a lot. Holy crap. It's definitely the fence itself. I know Mike, you and I were talking about that on a live last week sometime. There's supposed to be a set screw down on the underside. I just don't see one. I don't see anywhere to... Let's see if this is square to itself. Yeah, that's the problem. I gotta grab my tool bag. Ugh. All right, I should have a square. Oh, god damn it. Popped open. I'm gonna have to clean this bag out. Where the hell? Oh, there it is. All right, my speed square. Well, it's a little bit off. Oh yeah, she's off. All right, so I've got 4 screws under here. Let's see if that's how we do it. So like my brain, this is already turned into where's the shiny object and what's the next thing? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my life. Nope. Is this metric? Nope. It's not metric. Where'd my metric one go? Where did I put it? That's not it. This metric. No, standard, that's metric. Yep, okay. All right, there we go. Let's loosen up these 4 bad boys. Maybe, Mike, this is what you were talking about last time. There was some set screws underneath. It just wasn't clicking for me. All right. That does not allow it to move at all. That's not it. There's some screws down. Oh, that's from the other side, right? Yeah. One down the center there. It's down that end. There's one there. Like, that's an extruded aluminum rail. The only thing adjusted is that. All right, let's loosen these guys up here. These ones I hate doing. Come on. Let's put it back on there. There we go. 1, 2. 3. I mean, I'll loosen every freaking bolt on this thing if I have to. That's where all the play. Well, that's definitely where all the play is. You see that without loosening there? It's not so much the other 4 that I loosened. It's definitely those ones there. But the question is, how the hell do I get it to stay once I get it on there? Align this. If I align this, holy crap, that is way off. Align it to this. That right there is perfectly flush with, oh, God damn it, shitting away. There we go. I just ruined everything. All right, let's put that back. That is now, I'll lock that in. That's flush, I think. Where's that? We'll use this as a guide. I got that against there. Loosen that up. That should be flush, in theory. Then I should be able to tighten those right where it's at, and hopefully it'll stay that way. Let's see if it works that way. Clamp it down and tighten screws. Yep. Hey, June, how's it going? I will check to see if the fence rail is, to the miter slot. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm thinking blade. Sorry, Kevin. All right. Let's see here. So now I can't move. Cross pattern. Oh, get in the slot. There we go. I have to remember to tighten those 4 underneath too. All right, well, it's not shifting on. Well, yeah, it is a little bit. I'm gonna tighten those 4 underneath. Is that allowing movement? What is allowing there to be movement? Must be these. All right, so let's check it again. Come on, get up in there. All right, well, it looks good there. Like that didn't jack anything up. There's a little bit of play, but not much. And once I lock it down, there's no play. So that's cool. Yay, fix one problem. Hopefully. We'll see if it lasts. Now, is that square to the blade? First thing I'm going to do is raise that blade up a bit. Oh, shit. I need to find the right screw for this. This stupid thing falls off all the time. That screw popped out and I lost it. Probably sucked it up with a vacuum or something. Okay. Looks like it's pretty flat to the blade. I doubt you can see that, but I can see it. I don't see any daylight coming through there. So that's cool. All right. I don't need it that high. Am I going to try to cut this? That's going to be funky to do. I could clamp down those aluminum pieces and use my my skill saw, my whatchamacallit, circular saw. I don't have beer cans. I only drink out of the bottle. Hey, Arthur, welcome. I think that's another new name. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, I'm not the only one, Darren. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, Mike. So last night when you were on, I popped on there. You asked me why I don't use a scroll saw, why I got rid of my scroll saw. We never got to that because then we started BSing about other stuff. But because I got a CNC, and anything that I would need to do with a scroll saw, I can either do with the CNC or a jigsaw, just about. Yeah, what kind? Rough or fine? Do I have any sandpaper? Of course I have sandpaper. Oh, hey, you know what you can do for me today? Well, give me a frog and a dinosaur. That's not going to happen. Why? Actually, I have to start painting. Okay, but after you paint. Dad, I don't think you realize how long it takes. Okay, all right.
On one painting, I spent 16 hours. That was the first painting.
Cool. I need the frog and the dinosaur and the mushroom.
That sounds like a you
and
problem.
The cat.
That sounds like a you
I
problem.
lost the file.
That sounds like a you problem.
It's a you problem. Yeah, the blade is everything, Mike. Absolutely. I don't use my jigsaw often. But again, if I got to do any kind of detail work, I throw it on the CNC at this point. It probably takes me 3 times longer to make a file, put it on the CNC, get all that done. But I know it's going to come out perfect. I don't know. I just never got into the scroll saw. I didn't like it. What I really didn't like was that it was limited in depth. So the throat on that is what, 16 inches or so. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, as far as ripping this down, is see how good I am without a fence. I mean, it's just like using a circular saw, right? Just in reverse. So let's see how this goes. Pencil there. that. I need power. Got power to the saw. Okay. Moves the camera. Let's see if I can make this happen. Don't want the fence there. I'm going to have the thicker part to hold on to. I don't need that. It's a little high. The blade. Probably good there. Be better if I flipped it over. No. Anyway. Can I get it right down that line? I just don't have another good way to do this. I mean, I could use a circular saw with this thing, but I can never get it to clamp perfectly straight anyway. Damn it. A rip jig? Sure. I don't have a rip jig at all. But I've got plenty of scrap. I can make one. I even got some scrap plywood here somewhere. And I have the rail pieces to go in there. Any board with a straight edge. Hold back to the first, we're not going buying 6-inch joints. Oh, $25. Go get it. Piece of wood to act like your hold downs for the CNC. Okay, I think I'm following. Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. The only problem with that is my blade depth. I don't know if I have enough depth. But let's see here. So if I read you right, you're talking about like that, right? Where this would go up against it and then something to clamp down. Let me read what's going on here. Straight edge against the fence. Straight edge against the fence, atop of it. Oh. I see. Like this. So I'll make it parallel to the line, and then use that to then run that down. I think that's what you're saying. Oh, and the double-sided tape. I get it. Oh, that's smart, man. See, that's why I love doing these lives. Then I learn cool stuff like that. I just need a gauge to make sure I'm parallel across that line, right? Hey. Yeah, $25. Holy crap. I almost got one for $50, and I lost out on that. The guy sold it like almost right after I messaged him about it, and he had just posted it. So double-sided tape. You all done?
Yeah. Okay. I just had to save my camera.
Okay. You also should get some gouache. I've got some stuff it's pretty hardcore. So I got this giant roll of 3M double-sided tape. So let me clean this off first. All right, please stop.
Okay, bye. You
can wave your hands all you want if you make me a frog, a cat, a mushroom, and a dinosaur. I'm just telling you, Ella. That's all I need. Uh-huh. Of course you will. So my daughter is a really talented cartoonist, really talented artist. And she made me these characters. I could have swore she had to have copied them from somewhere, but she didn't. She's made many of these. So these really cute cartoon animals. There was a dinosaur, a frog, ooh. Anyway, dinosaur, frog, a cat, and a toad, mushroom. That's what it was. And I had scanned them on my laser. And is she an animator? I wish. She hasn't gotten into that yet. Hey, what's up, Dad? Need more red tape? I thought I sent you more. Wider than your cut, though. Anyway, I lost the file. I swapped computers and lost that file. So this doesn't need to be wider than the cut, right? Oh, I guess so. I'm not going to have a whole lot to adhere to there. This should be plenty. Do I have a wide? I don't think I have a wider board. Well, I got a stair tread. What else do I have? I don't really have any plywood right now. Not anything that's that long. I think I can make do with this though. Just have to keep all the double-sided tape on the ones. Jesus, the one side there. Oh, I need a mark. Let me mark this now. Get my square out. Oh yeah. Oh, well, I realize the straight edge has to protrude beyond the edge entirely. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. And right here is where I get the most adhesion. So if I am whatever this measurement is here on my square. Come on. I make a pencil mark. Little did I know I'd be building a jig today. Hey, hopefully someone else is finding this useful too. I never would have thought of this, honestly. Let me get over there. Do that end of it. Am I still on my mark there? I am. Cool. No matter what, it's going to be a straight line. Right? Just is it going to be parallel to my original line? Ugh. That's the question. Doesn't really matter so much because I have a live edge on the other side. All right, cool. So now add some double-sided tape to this bad boy. Oh, since I put that line there, I can just put the tape straight on this wood here, which I should probably clean off. A little less sawdust on there means a little bit better adhesion. Okay, there we go. Where's the end of this thing? There it is. I've been using this roll for a couple of years now. I bet you it's going to come off in chunks too. Because I had cut small pieces out of it and cut. I did it with a razor, of course, and cut straight through the roll. I don't know how many times I've used this where Speaking of cutting, need a knife. That I've just been using little tiny pieces at a time. Okay, there's that. Let's give that a bit of a rub down there. Sure it sticks. Then use the blade to start this. That's the hardest part about this double-sided tape, is pulling the backing off. There we go. Hey, it all came off in one. Sweet. Got it in one. All right, now put the straight edge back on there. Line up that side of it. Come on. There we go. This is where it helped to have another person here to help me with this. All right, there we go. All right, that looks good. All right. So now we've got a square fence, in theory. Cut that line right down the middle. Should work. Let's see what happens here. All right. As I was cutting, I pretty much right on that line the whole time. There was one little spot where it moved. It was off just a hair, but not too bad. Okay. I'm going to pull off this bark because most of it's off anyway. Success! Alrighty. Hey, thank you very much. I learned something today. A trick hopefully I'll remember in the future when I need to do something similar. Pull off all that. All right. Put that back where it was. Now let's design how this is going to hang. I really should probably run this through this is where I need a joiner, honestly. I could run it through the planer. Don't think it's not too bad. It's actually pretty decent. This one I might leave the bark on. We'll see after I sand it a bit. But I am going to have to sand the crap out of this and figure out a way to mount this. So I can use those little pieces I had. So I could use a few of these and put keyhole slots in them. Put them 16 on center. I don't know how that would look, but I could definitely do that. Just Craig them right into the underside of that. This isn't quite thick enough for keyhole slots itself. Or I could do something completely different. What do we think? I also have some maple I could add to this. Some long pieces of maple. I've got some walnut. I don't think I have any cedar, like thin 1x material. Make it reusable, consistent with the hold downs. Oh yeah. No, I kind of got the concept after all that, and that's something I'll be looking into. Some of those little angled doodads there with the oh, where are they? There's one on my there was one on my miter saw, but yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. All right, Dad, when I send you the sign, which I'll send out on Monday, I've had to put so many freaking coats of finish on that thing, on the guitar thing. Like it's finally just about there. But I'll send you a couple rolls of tape too. So as far as mounting options, I don't know if I like individual little blocks. I'm especially with such a narrow shelf. Let's look what other scrap we got. I really like this piece of walnut. For one of them anyway. This is where a biscuit joiner would come in handy too. But if I put that walnut in there and I throw in some keyhole slots there. What else we got? Another chunk of walnut. That's pine. I don't want to use that. Some maple. Do it just in the middle. I can Craig that in and then put some keyhole slots there. That might not look too bad. Really. What mixes well with cedar? Not a whole lot. Cedar mixes well with cedar. 1x2 and 60 pound length of 2 together with half laps. Simple braces spanning vertically between. Oh. So are you talking a pair of shelves that go together? So something like this to where they're vertically attached. Oh. There we go. If I attach those vertically, I mean, these aren't the same length. I have to cut those down. And then I can put keyhole slots in the back of those. And I stick with cedar. So like that? It's not a bad idea. I should have finished. Yes. Okay. Mike, I wish there was a way that, there was better way to communicate other than via text, just period. I got to look into that program you've been using though. My next Scrapturday, I am going to invite some other people on video. Pine with a Shuggy Bond. Oh, I like Shuggy Bond. I like doing that. Understood. Maybe as thick as a live edge board, maybe the slightest curve of the front of each support. Okay. Ooh, you know what? I might have, looking through my scrap here, another little live edge piece where I could rip one down. I do. Where did I put it? I had another. Oh, this is this live edge. It is. So if I were to rip this down, I could use that as my supports. That's an inch thick right there. That's a full inch thick. I can use that as the supports. Okay, let's try that out. I've got an edge on that already. Cool. So I don't need to make another makeshift jig. Put that off to the side for a second. I think we have a plan. Where do I want to cut that? Let me move this scrap out. I want to get rid of that nasty bit right there. Okay, so it cleans up that board. Grab the hearing protection. All right. So I've got some I could work with there. Matter of fact, let's go with this guy here. Let's see what happens here. Cut off that weird chunk in the middle. Why is that not? Do I need to clean that out? No. Good there. Let's cut that out. Probably better served on the other side, huh? Seriously. Raise that up, that blade. Can I get both at the same time? I think so. Yeah. Okay. Just to take a hair off, make these the same length because they're off just a hair. Still off just a hair. I'm going to move that over ever so slightly. Okay. All right. I've got two braces. I'll flip them over to support the upper piece. See what that looks like. Oh, starting to rain. Hey, what's up, Keith? We're making some shelves. Live edge cedar shelves. All right. Speaking of which, let's grab those pieces. Is it raining right now, or is that just the wind? Oh, it's pissing down. Yeah, here comes our 5 inches of rain or whatever. I'm predicting over the next couple days. So, probably want to make the thicker shelf the bottom shelf. If I put that, oh, that's almost perfect. Almost perfect right there. I mean, I can cut off just a little bit of that. And then the other one, roughly there. Where's my tape measure? Right there. Put it 16 inches. So that would pull that in about right there. And then this one here sits on top. Like that. Got ourselves a set of shelves. It's off left to right a little bit. Let me fix that. There we go, something like that. Not too bad. I'll just trim off the front of that, and you can even take and shave it down some with the sander or angle grinder or something. Cool. Whoa. Yeah, I saw you were really close, Keith. 100 router bits for $40. Where? Holy crap. That's a sweet ass deal. Farthest span to the very edge. Okay, let's take a look at that. So if we do that, right at the edge there, and then, ooh, that actually might be the winning ticket, Mike. I'm going to trim off that. Well, I would have to flatten it out. But let's see here. There. See that? You might need one more in the middle. I want to bow a little bit. Although I wouldn't imagine anything heavy would go on there. Be a shelf too. Might even cut these in half. Make 2 sets. Make it a little bit smaller. All right, so I didn't have my mic with me at the moment. So I might even cut that in half and make 2 sets of shells. What batteries? 18-volt battery, 3 more. Jeez. What is this website? I need to check this out. All right. Stop there. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut in half. I'm going to find something else I can use for some more supports. I just think it's too long. Yeah. And I'll put the keyhole slots in the back. Slap it together. 12. Sweet. Yeah, I'll send you. I'll send that. I don't know that I have WhatsApp anymore. I had it a long time ago. Sorry. Got to put the mic back on. Yeah, sorry about that. I had set the mic down because I was doing something else. Yeah, so I think I'm going to cut these in half and do 2 sets of shells out of this. And then I'll find another piece that I can use for another pair of supports. But I think that's the way to go with this. I just think these are too long. And it's like it's going to be really hard to find a spot to use them, honestly. But we've got plenty. God damn it! I got plenty here I can work with. Actually, I'm going to cut my supports out of this. So, how long are those? Almost 7 inches. So if I cut 6 inches off of this, cut 6 inches off of that side, cut 6 inches off of this side, and then split the difference once that's done. Okay. There's my speed square. There's that. Okay, there's that. So cut 6 inches off of that, then cut what's remaining in half. All right, is that how I want to do that? Oi. Or, no, that's not the way I'm going to do that. Because I like having this thick boy at the end, and there's a thick boy there. So if I'm gonna cut this, Here we go. Oh, shit, almost knocked that over. I'm going to cut this right at this bit here, so I have a nice thick end here, nice thick end there. Actually, we'll bring it all the way to there. And then I'll take that, what's remaining, and cut that in half. That'll be my two supports for this one. And it should be kind of book match, almost. Not quite. But anyway, yeah, that'll be that one. I'm going to do the same with the other one, I think. We'll see. Let's cut this down. All right. Remove the fence. Remove all this stuff. Chest. Oh, good. You got another video coming. Awesome. Let's see. Move that. Put that in the scrap box. Put that back in the scrap box. Put that back up there. This is in the burn box. All right, now I need to measure that and cut it in half. Oh boy, 15, just over 15 and a quarter. Let's make that actually. If I go 7.5, it's half of 15. And then we'll just clean it up after that. That's interesting. Before it cut through 2. This time it did not. But that's all right. I can match that up. Really, I should have used the miter saw for this. But that would require me to clean off the miter saw, and I don't want to do that right now. All right, those are the same height. And then this guy right here, cut this in half. This is currently 35 3/8. So we'll go with the 35 and clean it up from there. So 35, that's 17.5. I know it'd be 35 and 3/16, but you got to subtract an eighth for the blade. I don't want to do that. Where the hell did I put my square? Oh, I put it right over here. Okay. Cut that side. Yeah, it's just over 16, just over 17 inches. So that means, let's do this the smart way this time. I can offset my end pieces and still be 16 on center. My eyeball measurement was off just a little bit. It's all right. Let's fix that. Actually, let's do it this way. So I can match it up right to the blade. Okay. You can kind of match up the thicknesses a little bit, or the widths, the depths. Okay. Now, these here. Might have to trim that down a little bit. Something is off somewhere. But we'll fix that in post. So if I just narrow this down a little bit, that'll work there. And what's my distance here? Hey, 16 on center. Holy crap, that worked out perfect by accident. I love it when shit works. Hey, Pilato, welcome. Ooh, Soldier's here too. Hey, what's up, Soldier? How's it going, everybody? So took a piece of cedar scrap, essentially, that I had, some live edge, and turning it into a shelf. It was twice, it was this long, but I decided to make it slightly small, or very much smaller, because it just seemed to be too long. This was the original length right here. So we've taken a bit off and done some, now that I look at it, it's almost boxy. Aesthetically, I don't know if I like that. Let's pull these in and maybe shorten them a bit. Just trim these back some so that way there's no overhang on either side. I think I like that a little bit better. It doesn't put it 16 on center, but I kind of like that. Hold on. BRB, IRL, LOL, Rafflecopter. Ooh, farmer's market. That is a busy day, soldier. Holy crap. All right, so what do you guys think? Bringing supports in that look a little bit better, or leave them on the outside? I think the outside just looks a little boxy. I like having some different layers there. Or forget those supports altogether. I could actually mount those together like that and just make the shelf like that and put keyhole slots in the back there. That's an idea. What do you guys think? What's the best look? Hey, what's up, Keith? What was the idea? That's gussets. What do you mean by gussets? I've heard the word. I just can't picture what that means. Oh, just skip the second shelf altogether? Is that what you mean, Keith? Oh, yeah. That's what I mean. So skip the bottom shelf altogether. So kind of like the box, but without the bottom. So it would be more like this. More like that. So I think what I'll do is this one, I'm going to make a pair of little shelves here. I'm just going to attach these this way. And actually, I like the bigger one on top. So we'll do like that. So that'll be one shelf there. Excuse me, easy enough to attach. I can do it with pocket holes in the back. And then add keyhole slots to that. So that's one. Do the same here. Kind of a matching one that goes along with it. And then, I don't know, hold a plant or a candle or something. And then with this longer piece, I'll do one that has maybe the gussets. Cool. So let me get my Craig jig so I can do the keyhole slots for that. And that's what, inch thick? Yep. So it's 1.25 inch screws, I think. Shave off an angle on the back of the vertical supports to make the top thin and match the wider. Okay. Oh, so Keith, you're saying to do it like this. I mean, I'd have to cut this down. But to do it like that, if I read you right, okay, I can do that too. Move them in a bit, okay. And Pilato, yours, shave off an angle on the back of the vertical supports. Make the top thinner to match their width at the top. Not sure if I'm following that there, but let me take a look at this here. So like that. I'd have to obviously cut that down a bit and cut that to match. But something like that for Keith's idea there. Okay. I like that. Still need my Craig jig. You can build a shelf. I go, hey, that'll work. That'll work, Keith. And actually, I've got a really cool piece that'll work as a floating shelf in this scrap. Oh, I can't get it out right now, but it's a piece of maple. I think I showed it last time I was on live. It's a piece of maple that's got, someone did the like electrolysis to it. I basically just have to cut a flat edge on it, make it a floating shelf. Like the boxy version fully displayed the live edges, but a bit more variety by making the top thin. Okay. All right. Well, I will plot. I'll play with that on the second one. This one, I'm going to go with this idea here. So let me grab my Craig jig. So I can start mounting this up. That's also in the car because I've needed it for band. Hey, it stopped raining for a moment. Perfect timing. Where is my Craig jig? There it is. All right. So I have to go to the book for this. I can never remember. This is just over an inch thick stock, so I think that's 1 1/4. 1 1/4 inch screws. Where the hell did I put that? I just put the damn thing away. Oh, there it is. So, book on that. Material thickness 1 inch, 1 1/8 inch. Screw length 1 1/2. Okay. 1 1/8 inch marking. I have a 1 1/8 inch marking. Okay. But where does that? That's one thing I wish I don't know what I did with the. Anybody have the 720 or have this? So does the top of the collar go to the marking, or is the bottom of the collar? Oh, it says inches, millimeters right there. It's the bottom. Okay. So I've got it set already. Almost. That's set to 1.5 right now. Come on. There we go. That doesn't make sense. Hold on. 1.5 is up there. 3/4 is down there. So this should go right there. The top of it matches with the measurement. That makes more sense. Because 1 1/8 is smaller than 1.5. And the smaller numbers go that way. 1.5 was really lined up with 1 1/8. So yeah, I think that's right. Okay. If we're wrong, well, it just means I screwed something up. And I've lost my bit. I don't know what I did with either of my bits. They fell in my car somewhere or something. I don't know. I got to find my drills. Did I bring them in? Oh, they're in the house. I'll be right back. Hold on a second. I like that idea, Keith. I really do. Oh, no. All right, the video should be back now. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry about that. My daughter in college called. She's at their homecoming football game right now. The team hasn't won a game yet this season, but she's like, "Oh, you watching the game?" I said, "Well, no, not at the moment. I'm on YouTube live right now." She goes, "Oh, you need to watch it. Murphy's Law ×2 should cancel it out so they can actually win a game." I was like, "All right, I'll turn it on in a little bit." But I'll be right back. I gotta grab my drill. All right. So, which was the top and which was the back? I don't remember. That or like that. I like this at the top, honestly. So the back will get holes drilled into it. Oh, I hope I did that right. I hope I didn't screw that up just now. Wasn't paying attention to what's actually the back of this thing. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Everything's fine. one roughly in the middle. Time to charge that battery. Put the other battery on the charger. These batteries, I need new ones. They don't last. All right. So, get the pocket holes done. So that means it has to go that way. Has to go that way. There we go. I got to figure it out. Because I want my two long edges to match. Okay. I do have to grab the bit out of this one since I can't find my other bit. Thankfully, they're universal. Okay, that's straight. And my bag, my work bag, where did I put it? I brought it in. Where did I set it down? Could have swore I brought it in. Did I not bring it in? Could have swore I brought my whole work. Oh, there it is right there. So the 1 1/4 inch, that'll work. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Slap some glue on this bad boy. Which is where? There it is. Just got a brand new gallon of Type Bond 3. Spread that on there a bit. Okay. And put that there. Okay. Paper towel. Wipe that glue off. Let's see. All right, now to get some pocket hole screws in here. Now, Pilato, I think you said you've never, or you don't like using pocket holes, or have never used them. I find them to be really convenient. Use them for a lot of different projects. But you got to get the right, the cheap Craig jigs are just not worth it. Oh, come on. The one thing I don't like about it is they want to use these stupid square bits. I needed to go to a Torx bit, honestly. Come on. There we go. All right. So that's glued up. That's secured. And yeah, we got ourselves a shelf. I will put in a couple keyhole slots there. Let that glue dry. Oh, I was going to throw in braces there. Okay. Throw some. Oh, actually, I'll move those in just a little bit. How about that? Cut that down by a little bit. No, I want the live edge on the front. So I need to take off about 1 1/8 on the back of that. Where's my pencil? Set it down somewhere. Right there. About 1 1/8 off the back of that. Square. And I'm going to have to do that on the miter saw. Okay. There's that one set. And then this one. I like that part of it better. So that's, I'm coming in a little bit. So that is just over 1 1/4 inch. Say, pull that in 1 1/4 inch. And we'll go 1.5 inches just to make sure. Just to make sure. Where'd that square go? Okay. Get that cut. Put those on there. Then I just got to sand the crap out of it. Put a finish on there. And that's done. So, even though it's not absolutely complete yet, we're going to give this away. This shelf. Hey, what's up, woodchucker? Taking some scrap wood, and well, today we decided we're going to make some shelves out of it. So that's what we're doing today. So I'm gonna look back in the chat here and see who was here. We're gonna get ourselves a winner for this. So let's see here. Wheel of names. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all these. Delete that. So we had Keith here. We had June. We had Mike. Let's see who else. Woodchucker. Pilato. Soldier. Kevin Ellis, that's right. Who else is on here? Oh, Dad was on here. Darren. Kevin Ellis got him. June got Darren. Arthur. I think that's everybody. I don't think I've missed anybody. If I missed you, let me know. So, I got Keith, June, Mike, Woodchucker, Pilato, Soldier, Kevin Ellis, Dad, Darren, and Arthur. 10 total different people. The numbers seem to work out well. Oh, no problem, June. Old Path. Ah, that's right. I missed that one. Old Path. Okay. Who's Caleb? It's got to be Woodchucker. I don't know people's real names. I know some people, but not everybody. All right, we're gonna spin and win. Then I'll finish this up, and then I'll do that while I'm watching some college football. Do wheel names. All right, so I get everybody here. We'll shuffle a few times and spin away. Who's our lucky winner today for something we made together? Arthur. I'll have to try to get in touch with Arthur. Unless Arthur, are you here right now? If you are, please let me know, because I don't think you have a channel where I'm going to be able to get in touch with you. So I might have to spin again. Let me check here. Arthur was way back. Way back. Arthur right there. No. That's a personal account. I don't have any good way to get in touch with that person. So Arthur, if you're not here anymore, I'm going to spin again. Screw it. I want to give this to somebody that is going to be able to actually take it. All right, let's try this again. Try this again. And we've got Soldier, Woodchucker. Hey, congratulations. I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to get it sent out to you early next week. Shoot me an email at makersmurphy@gmail.com. And let me know your address, and I'll get it sent out to you as soon as I get this finished up. So, what's the wheel? The wheel, I can put names in there. I learned that from Bearded Viking. I don't know where he got it from. But I can put names in there, spin to win, right? So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up and send that off to Woodchucker. Congratulations. You got yourself a little bathroom shelf. The other shelf I'm going to use in my classroom. So I'm going to take some of the things that you guys suggested, and because I've needed a little shelf in my classroom, I'm going to use that for that. So next Saturday, I'm going to try to make this a collaborative event. So I'm going to try to get 2-3 people on here that are willing to all grab some scrap out of the scrap pile and let everybody on there kind of decide what we make. We'll all make something and then either give it away or whatever, do something with it. But yeah, once I get to the point where I can monetize, we can do a collaborative where we can do a giveaway for money, but give that money to a charity. I think, Keith, I like that idea. But it's not so much about that. It's just about getting together, having fun, taking some random stuff out of the scrap pile and making something of it, and just seeing what we come up with, some new ideas and things. I never would have thought to take that piece that I had, rip it in two, and make some shelves out of it, but that's what it became today. And who knows what the next piece is going to turn into. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish that up off camera, and I'll get that sent out. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully, anyway. We'll do another Scrapturday and see how it goes. That'll be a collaborative Scrapturday though, and see what comes of it. This could be a thing. It could be fun. So, like always, get out there, go make something.